Hello from Munich, my friends, and today I would like to think of how you are thinking about your content and the way you are existing in internet. Because, for instance, me, I'm a PhD in psychology, and if I'm teaching in my alma mater, my home university, I could have 40, 50 people sitting in the room with me. I can teach them, and we can move forward. While here in the internet, via YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like this, even a blind content creator like me who does his content alone, and obviously my content isn't the best one because I'm doing it alone and because I cannot see it properly. I'm managing to reach constantly every day with my content more than 600 people every single day. I know it's a small and maybe laughable number to some of you, but on one side you can have 40 people, on the other side you are having like 600. Like, the worst content that I'm doing is talking about my values, about science, about psychology, about the freedom of choice, about liberal values, about stuff like this. And I'm reaching to more than 10 times more people. And even in TikTok, a platform where not so high quality content is valued. When I'm talking about the most boring stuff, like making research, figuring out research, thinking of how you can implement research into your work, into whatever you want to do in your life. It's a more than 7-minute video. It receives more than 800 views. For me, this is a huge number because, again, in the room I'm having like 40 people, and this is 20 times more. However you look at it, and it's only on TikTok. While I post it in Meta's apps, while I post it here, while I repurpose it in multiple publications across different social medias, across different published medias, podcasts and stuff like this, I can reach tens of times more people. So it doesn't matter actually what it is that you're doing. If you are passionate about it, and as a person who values science because science saved my life, if you are devoted church goer from the middle west of the USA, well, in Bulgaria the church is run by friendly to KGB people. Bulgarian church was famous as the Russian church in our times, as hosting people who are working together with KGB and GRU. And so I cannot thank God because his representatives, or the people badged as his representatives, were working for the Communist Party, and the sentiment stays the same. Like, the most amount of people who are churchgoers, who are Orthodox Christians, and proud Orthodox Christians at that, in Bulgaria, are mostly pro-Russian and protecting Russian narratives. So yeah, as a science person, I can't fathom what I would do if I couldn't exist on social media, if I couldn't use social media, so that 800 people today are looking at something related with science, with freedom, with the free will, and not something related with pro-Russian propaganda or crazy far-right narratives for the place of women, people of color, men with disabilities like me, because far-rightists have things about people with disabilities as well. They might be ashamed, they might be not so vocal about it, but in different parts of the internet you can already see it, that we are the next. And it happens with me and my colleague from research who is an outstanding researcher, and she researches the intersection of AI and law long before 2022, when the rest of the world started to understand what AI is. And she was far ahead. Now she is leading a good research project by a good organization, but she couldn't speak her voice. Like, she was doing her research and that was all, and she was struggling to find her voice and to find how to explain people that doing research of the intersection between AI and law is why it is important, why it is important not to stop at all at any times, at any circumstances. And she succeeded. She started using LinkedIn in a different way, not only announcing when she earned a badge or a certificate or something like this. She was trying to publicate things, because when you're a researcher, in order to be a researcher, you are actually going through a lot of reading every day, and you're coming across something interesting every day, and there is something interesting every day which comes your way. It might be positive or negative for the narrative that you are trying to push. And for most of the people who I know who do both boring research and social media, it's the narrative that the science is the future, and the science is the safest thing to stand behind. And this is largely the reason why we are beginning to exist, why we are beginning to emerge on social media scenes. And I'm happy that there is this dynamic of people who are doing valuable things with their minds, and they are speaking it out loud. Because yes, a publication like this, like the intersection of AI and law, might not spark the same rage or the same adoration as something sensational, something bombastic, something radical, but it receives eyeballs. These are eyeballs which are sitting in decision rooms, in front of design boards, in front of children who are educated every day. They are driving cars, they are driving decisions and changing landscapes. So it's better to speak out and to show whatever it is, and not worry who is going to watch it. There is a big void of need of quality content, of need of quality research, of need of quality humanly made narration and perspectives, because even the big influencers, especially the big influencers, be it on the left or on the right, they are click hungry. They want to show their sponsors, their ad givers, that people are looking at them, while in the same time